She had to remember she wasn't the only one who would be alone, though. Heather would be missing out, too. "What about you?" Emily asked. Caught up in her own distress, she hadn't been thinking about her daughter's feelings. "Will you be all alone?" "For Christmas, you mean?" Heather said. Her voice fell slightly, and it sounded as if she too was putting on a brave front. "I have friends here, and I'll probably get together with them, but it won't be the same." That had been Emily's reaction. It won't be the same. This Christmas marked the beginning of a new stage in their relationship. It was inevitable, but Christmas was still Christmas, and she vowed that wherever Heather was in future years, they'd spend the holiday together. Emily squared her shoulders. "We'll make it through this," she said stoutly. "Of course we will." "I'll be in touch soon," Emily promised. "I knew you'd be a trooper about this, Mom." Heather actually seemed proud of her, but Emily was no heroine. After a brief farewell, she placed the portable phone back in the charger and slumped into the closest chair. Moping around, Emily tried to fight off a sense of depression that had begun to descend. She couldn't concentrate on anything, too restless to read or watch TV. The house felt bleak, uncharacteristically so. Maybe because she hadn't put up the Christmas decorations, knowing how much Heather loved helping her. They had their own traditions. Heather always decorated the fireplace mantel, starting with her favorite piece, a small, almost antique angel that had belonged to Emily's mother. While she did that, Emily worked on the windowsills around the dining room, arranging garlands, candles, and poinsettias. Then, together, using the ornaments Emily had collected over the years, they'd decorate the Christmas tree. Not an artificial one, either, despite warnings that they were safer than fresh trees. It sometimes took them half a day to choose their Christmas tree. Leavenworth was a small Washington town tucked in the foothills of the Cascade Mountains, and it offered a stunning array of firs and pines. This year, without Heather, there would be no tree. Emily wouldn't bother. Really, why go to that much effort when she'd be the only one there to enjoy it? Why decorate the house at all? This Christmas was destined to be her worst since Peter had died. Her husband had been killed in a logging accident 11 years earlier. Before his death, her life had been idyllic, exactly what she had wanted it to be. They'd been high school sweethearts and married the summer after graduation. From the start, their marriage was close and companionable. A year later, Heather had arrived. Peter had supported Emily's efforts to obtain her teaching degree, and they had postponed adding to their family. The three of them had been contented, happy with their little household. And then, overnight, her entire world had collapsed. Peter's life insurance had paid for the funeral and allowed her to deal with the financial chaos. Emily had invested the funds wisely. She had also continued with her job as a kindergarten teacher. She and Heather were as close as a mother and daughter could be. In her heart, Emily knew Peter would have been so proud of Heather. The scholarship to Harvard was well-deserved, but it wasn't enough to meet all of Heather's expenses. Emily periodically cashed in some of her investments to pay her daughter's living costs, her dorm room, her transportation, her textbooks, and entertainment. Emily lived frugally, and her one and only extravagance was Christmas. For the last 2 years, they had somehow managed to be together, even though Heather had moved to Boston. Now this. Still overwhelmed by her disappointment, Emily wandered into the study and stared at the blank computer screen. Her friend, Faith, would understand how she felt. Faith would give her the sympathy she needed. They communicated frequently via email. Although Faith was 10 years younger, they had become good friends. They were both teachers. Faith had done her student teaching in Leavenworth, and they had stayed.